what is up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that is Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Don't forget to follow Inside the Game at the official ITG. Scott, you just told me, my friend, that you downloaded MLB The Show 21 on Game Pass. How'd that go?
Yeah, I did, and I'm very excited to jump in. I was remarking earlier this week about how I didn't expect to be excited about a baseball title, but then knowing it was coming down the line and I was going to try it out on Game Pass, I really did get quite excited. And I jumped into the game yesterday, and I'm playing, going back and forth between pitching and batting, and then it dawned on me that I forgot just how long a baseball game is.
Yeah. No, for
seeing
sure.
them live, of course, is a whole set of memories from being a child and on. But I forgot just how long they got.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I had a pretty great time. I'm not going to review it at this moment, but
no, for sure.
I'm impressed with what I saw.
Dude, it's interesting. It was funny to see, and like one of the weirdest things to see presented by, and then you get Sony Interactive Entertainment pop up across the screen on your Xbox. You're like, whoa, that's weird, but it's cool to see. But let's get the show started, because this is ITG Daily, where we bring you the hottest in gaming news. You can find us over at InsideTheGame.ca, YouTube, Twitch live every day, Monday to Friday at twitch.tv/theofficialitg, or you can catch us later on TV streaming services around the globe, as well as podcast services as well. Today, coming up on the show, we have Jeff Kaplan leaves Blizzard, PlayStation Plus is adding movies, and Frostpunk celebrates its 3-year anniversary. Scott, let's get going with the topic right now. Jeff Kaplan leaves Blizzard. This is definitely interesting to see how this is going to go, because we want to let you know that Jeff Kaplan has decided to leave the company after a long and storied career here, and that Aaron Keller, a Blizzard veteran and founding member of Overwatch team, will be stepping in as game director. Aaron has been a critical part of the Overwatch team and a key driver in creating the vision for the game. He helped create Overwatch as an original member of the team, and as an 18-year veteran at Blizzard, he has worked side by side with Jeff for a long time, not only in building Overwatch, but previously in helping to build WoW as well. A few words from Aaron. This came as Aaron quoted over here. Jeff's been a great leader, mentor, and friend. He knows how much we're going to miss him. I've been lucky to work alongside him and the rest of the Overwatch team for many years in building something that continues to inspire people around the world. I'm honored to carry the torch forward. He goes on and on and on. It's nice to see. He's got great words to say about Jeff. Jeff's been well known, and in Blizzard alone, Jeff had a comment to say as well before he left, saying, "I'm leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 years. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. I want to express my deep appreciation to everyone at Blizzard who supported our games, our game teams, and our players. But I want to say a special thanks to the wonderful game developers that shared in the journey of creation with me. Never accept the world as it appears. Always dare to see it for what it could be. I hope you do the same. GG, Jeff Kaplan." Dude, that's a big move to see him leave. That's a big name to lose over in the world of Overwatch, over in the world of Blizzard alone. Jeff Kaplan, though, after 19 years, man, that's a long place to be staying in one company.
Oh, absolutely. I have to say that I'm very comforted by the positivity shared between these two men. You know that it's a giant maneuver of changing your career path into even if he goes to a similar job, leaving Blizzard after 19 years.
Sure.
Like you said, it's just a giant amount of time. But it's good to see that everything seems to be pretty amicable. And in addition, to a lot of these changes, we're getting somebody that is still very experienced and a very positive personality as well, who's going to step in as game director. So hopefully there isn't too much lost as a consumer in that change.
No, for sure. I don't think we're too concerned about losing Jeff as we were, like, say, Sean Layden, when all of a sudden PlayStation said he's no longer with the company. You know what I mean? This seems like it's on Jeff's terms. He's like, okay, you know what? 19 years is a long time. I think I'm just going to pack it up and move on.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot, 19 years doing anything is gonna have that effect on somebody. So it's good to see that everything melted down in such a way that, everybody seems to be in good spirits about it.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems to be on the same page. Do you think he'll stick around in the games industry, or you think he's just done and going to move on?
Oh, that's hard to imagine, because just due to the nature of the amount of time he had with Blizzard. After that amount of time, there may be other aspects, other kind of careers that he's interested in, and you could have no fault for feeling that way. But at the same time, somebody who's so experienced at a job like this, I'm sure his offers are pouring in.
Well, that's the other side too, right? Maybe he got an offer and he's just waiting, or like we haven't heard much besides this of what he's up to. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing next, if anything at all. Or he could just be say, you know what, 19 years, I've done my time, I'm out, I'm going to go chill and relax. And then what's that mean for the future of Overwatch 2? Well, according to Aaron, Overwatch 2's development is still continuing as good and is at a good pace. We have an exceptional vision where we're executing on the reaction from many of you to the updates we share at BlizzCon Online thrilled us. We have exciting reveals planned for this year and beyond as we ramp it up to launch. So it sounds like everything's still going as smoothly as possible, but they wouldn't really tell you otherwise if it wasn't, would they? Right?
That's true. Yeah, it would be quite a maneuver to try that and spin it in a positive way.
Yeah, I don't think they're too concerned. I think Overwatch 2, are you interested in Overwatch 2 at all, or are you just going to sit back and kind of let it play out? Because now they're adding a whole campaign mode into it. Bless you, Chelsea.
I am very curious to see the changes that come along with it. Overwatch 1 absolutely captured me. I was very into Overwatch for quite a while, and it did somewhat fizzle out. The new characters weren't enough to hold me, but I would check in for the kind of PvE events they were doing to flush out the story, and I've always been interested in that kind of aspect. So if there's a campaign coming to Overwatch 2, I'm absolutely going to have to check that one out. I'm a little confused because I had thought or had heard at some point that Overwatch 1 was going to be a games as a service, and I had thought it was going to last a decade. Now, maybe that's just too far-fetched nowadays for anything to last a decade, but in any case, I'm really hoping Overwatch 2 carries the same kind of gravitas as Overwatch 1 has.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm definitely curious to see how it goes. I dabbled in Overwatch, never really stuck around. It wasn't for me, but they have an interesting campaign. I definitely want to check that out, see how that goes. Maybe that'll hook me into the multiplayer side as well.
Yeah, it could be, and I'm sure somebody's done the forethought on that to try and pull in new players.
Absolutely. Scott, we've seen a bit of a rocky start this year, or last year, the end of last year, with CD Projekt Red, but they have estimated over $562 million in revenue for 2020, despite Cyberpunk's 2077 troubled launch. The company, posting an image on its IL Twitter account, seems to be estimating a sales revenue of 2.139 billion PLN, with net profiting coming in around 1.154 billion PLN. If you convert the dollars, you're looking at an estimated revenue of 562 million for CD Projekt Red in 2020, with a profit of 303 million. Cyberpunk's 2077 since launch, well, it was rough. Let's just put it that way. But it doesn't seem to be stopping the developer. They want to now focus on launching 2 AAA games starting in 2022. Dude, You know what? There's two sides to this, right? It's great that they're making money because they have to stay alive. They have to stay substantial enough to keep your company open, keep them going, pay for your team, and hopefully they can get a fix out of Cyberpunk and then work on these two other projects. It's great that they're making money. It's just a little shocking that they made so much, but in a sense, I guess not, because, dude, everybody jumped on Cyberpunk because all the reviews came on day one. We weren't getting our code until I think it was the day before when we received our review code. It was just everything was held back, but it's nice to see. Like, there's two sides to it, right? A lot of people are going to hate on this, the fact that they see that they're making a ton of money, on the fact that they're not really. They made a ton of money, Scott, but it's good. I'm looking at it. Exactly. Everybody still has a job, right? That's the biggest thing. When game development, games are tough to make. They're not easy, and they'll ramp up the team, and then they'll just lay off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that can be a cutthroat industry, and presumably they have to keep the ball rolling. So I'm happy to hear that they're still planning and working on AAA releases. AAA, of course, is going to be subject to some errors, as we've seen out of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Did not quite meet the mark, but
no,
I don't believe that CD Projekt really needs to hang for that mistake. I would much rather see them have the opportunity to turn it around. And Cyberpunk 2077, even though it might be rocky, I still believe that that's a good entry point into a whole series of games.
Yeah, Games Up in chat joins us and says he still wants to play Cyberpunk. Dude, I think a lot of people are still banking on waiting to see if they can fix it to a state where people are going to play. And Tigress, thanks, man. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's definitely nice to see that they're able to move on, continue on. You know what? CD Projekt Red has been a stellar company for so long. Eventually, you're going to hit a roadblock and stumble out of the gate at some point. It's just a matter of, can they fix it and pick it up and turn it around?
Well, even, another example of this happening is even Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto 5 had an absolutely botched release.
Good point.
And they were able to pull that back. And, I imagine what we would have lost had they have just shuttered the doors.
Could you imagine? Never would have saw heists at all, right?
Yeah, that would have been, or a working multiplayer for that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's move on. Is Sony looking to expand the PlayStation Plus service? Could Sony could be set to roll out movie content and PlayStation Plus subscriptions, according to images briefly uploaded to its website on Wednesday. A logo for PlayStation Plus Video Pass was published on Sony's official website, along with the following description in its Polish website, which is now removed. Just take note of that. A new benefit available for a limited time on PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus Video Pass is a trial service active, looks like it was April 22nd, 2021, and goes for a full year to 2022. Description benefit is available to PlayStation Plus users in Poland. We don't know when that's going to be moving on, if it's going to be moving on. It sounds to us like it's been an announcement that got leaked a little bit prematurely, Scott.
Yeah, one of the interns may have hit the wrong button on that. And instead of saving to draft, they published that one. But in either case, it seems like the dates for that, we should know more, presumably tomorrow.
It kind of makes you question what is happening, right? So yeah, on April 22nd is when we're supposed to find out what's happening. Today, obviously, being the 21st. But I think, do you think this is a good move? And is this a counteract to Game Pass? Because we talk about it almost daily now at this point. Game Pass is killing it. Xbox is making huge moves over there and expanding. They just launched on iOS and other platforms now for the cloud service. Is this how Sony is going to somewhat counterbalance what Xbox is doing, allowing you to then get into the movie side of things and watch movies like the new Uncharted that they're working on, right? Now there are these Ghost of Tsushima, when that drops, you're going to be able to watch that on game. If you have PlayStation Plus, dude, that kind of enhances the service a little bit in something that Xbox doesn't have.
Yeah, I had not considered that there are quite a lot of Sony directed or produced or associated movies coming down the line. That would be an absolutely great way of putting them out there and selling your subscription to even more people that are interested. I'm curious to see if this is going to be uh, like a Game Pass where it has an additional cost, or if they're just going to lump it in with the regular subscription. I'm
Right.
not familiar enough to know with PlayStation to know what they're likely to do.
So kind of like an Xbox Game Pass versus an Xbox Ultimate Game Pass.
Yeah, it just a few different ways they could introduce it. I'm curious to see how that goes.
ITG Parker posts in the Twitch chat, laugh out loud, we've seen Xbox go down the TV route before, and well, that didn't really pay off. TV.
Yeah, I forgot about that entire detail.
Right? They've tried it.
That was marketed quite hard before the release of the Xbox One as well.
It sure was, and it's nowhere to be found now, right? With the world of Xbox. Game Pass is taken over, is going to be completely different, but maybe this is Sony's somewhat answer, because right now when you get your PlayStation Plus games, you get two on PlayStation 4, and you also get one. We got one last month on PlayStation 5. So you get a total of 3 games. Before, we used to get 6 games. You were getting PS4, PS3, and Vita games. So if you were in the ecosystem, dude, you're getting a ton of content there for free. They've really cut that in half now. Get us a couple good games. They're giving us good games, but there's smaller quantities compared to what Xbox is launching over there. And then you add in Game Pass. So maybe this is something that could entice a couple people. But if you're the hardcore gamers, I'm really curious. Let us know in Twitch chat if this is something that interests you at all. I don't know what the future looks like for this one, Scott. I'm definitely curious to see how it's going to go.
Yeah, I want to see what kind of exclusive content they have, because I think that's kind of the name of the game now when you're selling a service akin to Netflix, for lack of a better explanation.
No, for sure. We were just talking about Xbox. Let's go on to the Xbox controller drift class action lawsuit will be settled out of court. An ongoing class action lawsuit against Microsoft for stick drift for its Xbox wireless controllers has been moved. So that is, it'll be settled out of court now. What's going on? Whether using the Xbox controller on either Xbox Series S or X consoles or PC, players have reported drifting cropping up on the new tech. And U.S. law firm CSK&D brought the issue to the U.S. court in 2020. Dude. Scott, does this really concern you at all?
I have not experienced any sort of drift myself.
No.
So from a personal standpoint, I'm not too concerned, other than being curious to see how this is settled. On the Nintendo side of things, we've seen controller drift and that whole situation be resolved legally, and I believe that was quite messy. So it's probably a good thing that this has moved out of court and allows them to kind of settle it in a more quiet manner. Sure. But overall, I really hope they address whatever the actual hardware issue is that is causing this. There's the timeline for gaming is infinite, and what if the next Xbox has the same issues? That's really what I want to see them work through.
I don't have any issues currently with my next gen console. It's my last gen console, dude. All my Xbox controllers for Xbox One X drift.
Oh.
Like, it's tough to play a game when all of a sudden your guy's just going across the screen, right? Like, yo, where are you going? I'm not moving, you are. So
I'm getting a memory actually of way back on Halo 3. This is 360, of course, and
sure, my
right stick had some drift, and that is exponentially worse than movement drift.
Just spinning. Yeah, that's not good, not cool at all. But what is cool, acclaimed city builder Frostpunk celebrates 3 million copies sold in 3 years. The hardworking team at 11-Bit Studios is celebrating good things that come in threes. As Frostpunk approaches its third anniversary while simultaneously reaching the incredible milestone of 3 million copies sold. The popular city building survival sim apocalyptic weather froze the world to the bone when it landed on PC in 2018 and consoles in 2019. Now, you can also get their latest expansions the last autumn and On the Edge. Dude, this game is fantastic. If you have not checked out Frostpunk, I highly recommend the game. It is super cool. Right now, they actually have a 60% discount going on. Check out Frostpunk. Congratulations to 11-Bit Studios. Happy birthday to Frostpunk.
Yeah, those are excellent numbers, and I'm very surprised that it's 3 years on now.
Time flies, eh?
It really does, especially seemingly in this year where it's just news after news. It just keeps pouring in. There's so much moving.
Absolutely. And this is why we do ITG Daily, where you can find us live every day, Monday to Friday at twitch.tv/theofficial ITG. Scott, let's continue on because we have more games to announce. This one here is for the ITG Parker. It's the online shooter Vigor receives new Season 8 Trappers. Bohemian Interactive is proud to announce the release of Vigor's upcoming Season 8 Trappers, which is available now for free on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. I haven't played it on the Switch. Wonder how well it runs over there. The 8th season of the popular game includes new sniper rifle, the PHM-82, the Hunter Pack, Prey Pack, 2 loot events, and more. Soon, the over 10 million Vigor players will be able to purchase their favorite old seasons through the new Legacy tab in-game Season 8 Trappers. Past the Season 8 includes the Legacy Season tab. Season 8 will feature a new game tab from where you will be able to purchase old seasons to replay with your friends. Legacy Season will roll out in the near future, so make sure you stay tuned for that. New updates. If you want the Hunter Pack, due to $69.99 US. The Hunter uniform, a unique variant of the Battle Pass uniform, never sold before. Woo! And there's also the Prey Pack you can get for $20, $19.99 US, which comes with all kinds of stuff. Just a hoodie, bunny ears, bunny nose, bunny face paint, a hoodie, like a wolf hat, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Vigor, very cool game. Nate and I touched on it actually in last week's episode. The amount of changes that they have brought to that game has just been remarkable, from where it came in game preview over on Xbox to where it's now launched all around the world and completely for free.
I believe, was it you and Nate that had originally reviewed that title?
It was me and Corey originally.
You and Corey.
Yeah.
I get confused because Nate still plays quite often.
Yeah, he's on it now. Yeah, he's on it hard.
But I'm curious to check this out as well. Just knowing that they're adding a lot of stuff in. I had a curiosity dip at about the time of the review. Yeah. But I'm curious to go back and take another look at it now. I can't believe it's just keeps on growing.
It does. It's fantastic, man. The game is so good. It's so smooth now. It's just a different style of Battle Royale, and I absolutely love it, as well as I love Horizon Zero Dawn. Sony will be adding yet another title to its play-at-home lineup, and it's a big one. Horizon Zero Dawn, first announced as part of the giveaway alongside several other games in March, will be free for all PlayStation 4 and PS5 owners starting on the 19th. So if you missed that, here's your chance. You got till May 14th to claim it. The freebie features Horizon Zero Dawn's complete edition, which includes the Frozen Wilds expansion and some bonuses like extra outfits, weapons, and resources. Everybody, do not miss this game. Play it, get ready, because Horizon Forbidden West is next, and I can't wait. Dude, one of my most anticipated games is Horizon Forbidden West. I am pumped. That game looks freaking awesome.
I didn't expect to be excited for that title. Living on the Xbox side of the fence for most of my life, I had seen it from a distance and was intrigued, but when I jumped in on the PC version for review, I was absolutely blown away.
Yeah, it is. It was such a great game, and I know a lot of people who actually platinumed that one. That one came out of Guerrilla, so we were just talking about, you know, some of their previous titles like Killzone. To see them go from Killzone to Horizon was just awesome to see. It, man, it's so cool. Love Guerrilla over there, and love to see what they're doing. I cannot wait for Horizon's next game. Man, Forbidden West is just going to be incredible. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, and commercially likely much bigger, being that they're giving away the first Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm sure that's just a spike interest, and
Absolutely.
I'm sure it'll be successful.
So, okay, so if they're doing, let's break this down then, Scott. Let me ask you, if they're going to do this, do you think they are going to launch it this year, or are we going to see Horizon Forbidden West this year? If they're going to add it right now, allow people to jump in, play the game, finish the game, and just get them hooked on it and pumped and ready for the sequel, is that the game plan?
I would expect it not immediately soon, just to counteract any sort of burnout. I think there'll be several months until we hear more about it, but I would expect by the end of this year. I'm certainly not versed on where they are in development, but if I had to guess, this action makes me believe that it is coming soon.
Yeah, I would think so as well. Scott, let's get things wrapped up for the end of the show. This is where you break us down and let us know what games are coming out today. You ready, Scott? Take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, we have some titles coming to the Switch.
Woo.
And that is World Splitter, Dungeon Escape, and Palindrome Syndrome, The Escape Room. That sounds quite interesting.
It does.
And then for PC, we also have several releases today. There is Line of War, Wild World, Traffic Command, Rescue Operation, Dream Catchers, Laser Shots, and Bakery Shop Simulator.
Nice. Well, there you go. Bakery Shop Simulator. Scott, you going to check that one out?
I am very curious, and I'm also curious to see what are they going to simulate next.
Well, yeah, everything's getting a simulation of some sort. Remember Lawnmower Simulator we saw there in the Xbox ID at Xbox Showcase?
Gas Station Simulator.
Yep.
Options are many.
Apparently, everything's getting simmed out. Man. But this will wrap up today's show. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. This is ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news from around the industry. Of course, you can find us live every day on twitch.tv/theofficialitg. If you don't join us live, you can join us later over on youtube.com or TV streaming services around the world, podcast services, and, of course, insidethegame.ca. Until tomorrow, I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see you inside the game.